In today's video, we're going to look at all of the Mars rover missions that have been sent by different space agencies around the world to explore the red planet. The first spacecraft to successfully reach Mars was the American Mariner 4 space probe, which flew past the planet in July of 1965 and returned the first close-up photos of the Martian surface. The Mariner 6 and 7 space probes followed in 1969 and returned even higher resolution images. However, these were just flybys. It was joined 2 years later by the Spirit rover, which was designed to last just 90 days but ended up lasting over 6 years. In 2004, the twin rovers Opportunity and Curiosity landed on Mars, and they are still operational today, having traveled much further than originally planned. Opportunity has been out of contact with Earth since 2018, but NASA believe that it is still on the surface of Mars, just out of battery range. This allowed the rover to drive faster and more autonomously. Perseverance is equipped with a more powerful drill than Curiosity, allowing it to collect samples from deeper beneath the surface. It is incredible to think that the first spacecraft to reach Mars did so more than 50 years ago. These include the ExoMars-Rosalind Franklin rover, which is scheduled to launch in 2026. It will search for signs of ancient life on Mars, and is equipped with a drill that will allow it to collect samples from beneath the surface. There are also plans for a sample return mission in which a spacecraft will be sent to Mars to collect samples that have been collected by the Perseverance rover. These samples will then be brought back to Earth for scientists to study. And since then, we have sent many more spacecraft to explore the planet. These missions have taught us so much about Mars and have really helped us to understand the planet, its history. It also has a device called SuperCam, which can vaporize rocks and soil and identify the elements present. The rover is also carrying a device called Medusae, which will collect samples of the atmosphere and analyze them for organic molecules. Also in 2016, the European Space Agency launched the Trace Gas Orbiter to Mars, which entered orbit around the planet in 2018. It is equipped with a spectrometer which allows it to identify trace gases in the atmosphere. This series is available on a streaming platform. It is an exclusive series that takes you on a journey to every planet in our solar system and beyond. You'll get to explore the latest discoveries from NASA and other space agencies. Learn about the amazing missions that have been launched to explore the planets and moons of our solar system and discover what it would be like to live on each planet. You will also get to see stunning visuals that will make you feel like you're actually on the planets themselves. So, if you're a fan of space and want to learn more about the amazing planets in our solar system, then be sure to check out the series. It's a great way to support my channel and allows me to continue making videos for you. Thanks for watching. Opportunity has been out of contact with Earth since 2018, but NASA believe that it is still on the surface of Mars, just out of battery range. The planet has so much to offer, and we are only just beginning to scratch the surface of its secrets. What do you think we will find on Mars? Let me know in the comments below. Meanwhile, Curiosity has continued to send back data about the red planet. I am always releasing new ones and would love for you to be a part of it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep looking up. And so it was the American Voyager that had the great success in 1976, landing on Mars and returning thousands of pictures and much scientific data. It is equipped with a drill that allows it to collect samples from beneath the surface, and a device called SAM, the sample analysis at Mars, which allows it to identify organic molecules. The rover is powered by a radioisotope thermoelectric generator, which means that it does not rely on solar power, allowing it to operate during the Martian night and in the winter. A second Viking spacecraft, Viking 2, landed on Mars 3 months later and provided more evidence for the possibility of life on the planet. Unfortunately, during its descent to the surface, a software error caused the rover to crash into the surface and come to a stop on its side. Despite this, the Chinese Space Agency managed to regain contact with the rover, and it began transmitting data back to Earth. It was not able to transmit for very long due to gust storms on the planet. A year later, however, the Soviet Union Mars 4 landed successfully and returned the first panoramic photos from the surface of Mars. This was then followed by the Mars 5 mission, which, although it did not land as planned, did manage to transmit some valuable data while in Mars orbit. The Mars 6 and 7 landers successfully reached the surface in 1973 and 1975, respectively, and began exploring the local terrain. However, both lost contact with Earth after a few days. And so, it was the American Voyager that had the great success in 1976, landing on Mars and returning thousands of pictures and much scientific data. The first lander to reach the surface of Mars was the Soviet Union's Mars 3, which landed on the planet in 1971. The Viking 1 space probe then became the first U.S. craft to successfully land on Mars in 1976. After this, there was a gap of almost 15 years before the next mission to Mars, which was again by the Soviet Union. Then there was another gap of nearly 15 years before the next mission to Mars, which was again by the Soviet Union. In 2016, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory began controlling the Curiosity rover using a new system called the Master Planning System. In 2020, NASA's Perseverance rover landed on Mars as part of the Mars 2020 mission, which also included the Ingenuity helicopter drone. And so there we have it, a summary of all of the missions that have been sent to Mars by various space agencies around the world. The future is bright for Mars exploration, as there are plans for several more missions in the coming years. As we continue to explore Mars, we can be sure that we will make some amazing discoveries. If you enjoyed this video, then check out my other videos about space. Now, if you want to learn more about the planets in our solar system, then why not check out my Planets of the Solar System series?